Hello. Hello, Robin. Hello, Jensen. Hello, Isabella. And hello, Ethan. We're having a change today. I'm sitting in the dining room instead of the sitting room. Just I thought Papa's watching the television in the sitting room, so I'm going to sit in the dining room. So today I'm going to read you a book called I'm Not Ill, Isla, and it's by Kelly Caswell. There it is. Might be a little bit too close. So this is a book about Isla's favourite toy, which is her medical kit, and she loves playing doctors and nurses. But what happens when Isla takes her medical kit to school? Join Isla and her friends to find out why things don't go to plan. So look, there's Isla and her friends. So, I'm not ill, Isla. By Kelly Caswell. Under the kitchen table, Isla was playing with her dog Peggy. "Keep still, Peggy," cried Isla. Isla reached for her medical kit and pulled out the ear scope. She wanted to check Peggy's ear. Playing doctors and nurses was Isla's favourite game. There, look, there's Isla playing with her dog. Can you see that all right? Good. On her way to school, Isla was happily jumping up and down. Today, Isla was taking her medical kit to school. There's Isla with her medical kit and her dog. Look, walking to school. In the classroom, Mrs. Stanley was reading a story to the class. Everyone sit down, listening quietly. Isla's friend Heidi rubbed her eyes and started to yawn. She was tired, but Isla thought Heidi looked ill. Uh-oh, thought Isla. I must help her. Just as Heidi was about to fall asleep, Isla reached for her medical kit, collected a handful of plasters. There they all have in their story, look. And there's Isla reaching for her medical kit. Can you see her friend there yawning and rubbing her eyes? That's Heidi, her friend. So just as Heidi was about to fall asleep, Isla reached for her medical kit, collected a handful of plasters and stuck plasters over her eyes. "I'm not ill, Isla," shouted Heidi. There's poor Heidi with the plasters over her eyes, look. Look at all the children looking on. They think, whatever has Isla done? Heidi couldn't see. In a panic, Heidi knocked over the classroom chairs and bumped into the fish tank. "Sorry," whispered Isla, looking embarrassed. Goodness me, look, she's hitting the fish tank. The chair's gone over and all her friends are looking on. Oh, goodness me. After clearing up, Mrs. Stanley handed out the musical instruments and gave the microphone to Olive. Olive loved singing. Everyone was ready to start the song when Olive gave a little cough to clear her throat. "Oh dear," thought Isla, "Olive must have a sore throat." There's all the children with their musical instruments. Look. Just as Olive was about to sing, Isla quickly grabbed the thermometer. There. She's got her thermometer, look. Olive was just about to sing. She's got the microphone ready. They've all got their guitars. And there's Isla with her thermometer. And put it in Olive's mouth. Olive's cheeks had puffed out and her face was very red. "I'm not ill, Isla," yelped Olive. Look, she's got the thermometer in her mouth. How can she sing with the thermometer in her mouth? That's silly, isn't it? Olive spat the thermometer out and it shot across the room, bounced on Noah's drum kit and hit Mrs. Stanley on the head. "Uh-oh," whispered Isla, feeling scared. I think she did too. Oh, look. There they all are. Imagine hitting your teacher on the head. At break time, Isla and her friends decided to play hopscotch. Oscar was first in line and was standing on one leg, ready to start hopping. But Isla thought Oscar had hurt his leg. "Uh-oh," thought Isla, "I know what to do." There's Oscar, look, standing on one leg. And Isla thought he was hurting because he was standing on one leg. She thought he'd hurt his foot. Just as Oscar was about to move, Isla reached for her medical kit. She's reaching for her medical kit and she's untangling the bandages and wrap them round Oscar's leg. I'm not ill, Isla, huffed Oscar. Gosh me, look, he looks really angry. Wouldn't you feel angry if someone had bandaged your leg and it didn't need it? Oscar lost his balance and fell backwards, knocking the class over one by one. Whoops, whispered Isla. There's all her friends, look, all falling over. Oh dear, look, she's saying whoops. She's got her hand to her mouth saying whoops. Poor Isla, she's in a bit of a state, isn't she? Back in the classroom, Mrs. Stanley asked the class to collect paints ready to start the art lesson. Everyone was very quiet and concentrated hard. Then, from the middle of the room, Isla heard a splutter and a snort. It sounds like someone has a cold, she thought. I need to find out who. So there's all the children having their art lesson. All the paintings are pinned up on the line. That's good, isn't it? That's a good way to dry them. Isla dived under the table, picked up her stethoscope, not noticing it was covered in paint, and started to pace around the classroom, checking her friends' chests. I'm not ill, Isla, her friends cried one after another. She's got, look at all the mess on there. Look, and the paint from the thermometer all over her friends' clothes. Their mums aren't going to be very happy. The classroom was covered in paint spots. There were spots on jumpers, spots on faces, spots on walls, and even spots on the school guinea pig. Isla's stethoscope was still dripping with paint. Oops, whispered Isla, turning red. Look, poor guinea pig's got paint on him as well. Look, there. Look, this one's got paint on her face, in her hair. Oh, my goodness me. After Isla helped clear up the mess, she went and sat in the reading corner. She was very upset. What's wrong, Isla? Mrs. Stanley asked softly. I wanted to make my friends feel better, sobbed Isla. That's very nice of you, replied Mrs. Stanley. But maybe next time you should ask your friends if they feel ill first. Isla nodded. She's in the quiet corner there and she's very upset. Her teacher's comforting her. That's very nice, isn't it? As soon as Mrs. Stanley had gone, Isla's friends rushed over to the reading corner to see her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to annoy you, said Isla. That's okay. We know you were only trying to help, her friends replied, giving Isla a really big hug. Oh, that's really nice. They're really true friends, aren't they? That's really a nice thing to do. It was nearly time to go home, and the class were collecting their bags from the cloakroom. Olive noticed that Isla's nose was running, her eyes were watery, and she looked very hot. Then suddenly Isla coughed loudly. The class stopped and stared at her. She coughed again. Then a sniff, a snort, a splutter, another sniff. Oh, look, coughing, sniffing, spluttering, snorting. And achoo! Her friends looked at each other and cried, You're ill, Isla! Look, great big sneeze. There's all of her friends. And poor Isla, she'd been looking after everyone all day, and really it was her that was poorly. So she'll know next time to ask before she starts treating her friends. So I hope you liked that. I'm not ill, Isla. That's it for today, and I love you, and I miss you, and bye-bye, my sweethearts.